So get this, you're going to fucking shit your pants. So they called me. You will. Honestly, you will shit your fucking pants when I tell you this.
Well, I fucking better.
You awaken to it in the morning, hands-free.
I'm not wearing any pants.
Party in your pants. Pants.
Free.
What do you think they were looking at that they made him take his pants off?
Podcast today.
The following contains language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised. 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 Advised.
This is the Pants Free Podcast.
Originating from mfpod.com.
Now this. Well, greetings. Oh, Nick is yelling at his dog.
Sorry.
Doesn't your
dog
dog...
be quiet. We're podcastery is taking place here.
Yes. You really told her.
Yeah. Fucking German Shepherd puppy. Sorry.
She's doing her own podcast right now.
She's woofcasting to the neighborhood.
Nick, anything exciting happened to you today?
Yes.
No, I don't know why, but now it sounds like you're muffled. Where did you go?
I'm here.
Okay.
Wait a second. Is that better?
Yeah. What? You're
something I should teach you is microphone position, because we learned it from Jeff at Mount Hood Community College when we did our radio program. Tiny and I we spent a whole day on microphone position. So I should pass some of those trade secrets along to you.
Oh, yes. Are you saying this is an example of what you learned at Mount Hood Community College?
Yeah.
I see.
I will tell you, I'm way out of the institution now, so I don't care, but it was like going back to fourth grade when I went to school for radio broadcasting, because half of these kids, God knows how they got out of high school. And I already had been to college, like I was graduating college, and now I was going back to community college to do this degree. And I felt like I was in a room with a bunch of driveling idiots.
Well, they were people that wanted to get into radio and decided to go to school for it, so.
And Tiny was one of them.
I know. Well,
Sorry,
some people, I think, thought that the only way to get into radio was by taking a class on radio then, and most people just go to a radio station and hang out.
Right.
That's how most people, that's how I started.
I had a problem when I started off because the program director had the hots for me.
Oh.
So that was a problem.
Well, or was it? You got moved ahead, I'm guessing.
No, he just saw me as a sex object.
Well, who doesn't? What do you think you're on this podcast?
If you take me pound for pound, I'm a great sex object.
I'm not even. Yes, I will agree.
I'm a very good value sex object for your weight for money ratio. Anyway,
so Nick, what's in your news?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Here is your late news roundup from the world and the nation.
All right, what would you like to start with? I can tell you there's lots of fine news today.
All right.
I like to always hit the big stories up front, because when you're in television and radio, you hit the big stories up front. Whereas, when you're telling your friends, you save the punchline to the end. So the big story today is Kevin Clash, the voice of Elmo, resigns from Sesame Street after a second young man comes forward and says that he had sex with him when he was 15.
The workshop, I guess, the Sesame Street workshop, said that it's unfortunate, but it gets in the way of them doing their operations, and it makes it impossible for them to kind of move forward when there's a second out. I think they were willing to stay with him for one, but
right.
I think they did the right thing, because the way it sounds like Kevin's like, you know what? I'm not going to put you guys through this. They could have just fired him,
right?
But they didn't. I think they gave him the common decency to step away.
See, what it's going to happen now is that Sheldon Stevens is always going to be known as the guy that killed Elmo.
But do you think people even remember that guy?
Yeah, everyone remembers Bo Breedlove.
Yeah, you couldn't even say his name right. Yeah, we all remember him.
The faux breeding guy who had breeding. The mayor bred him.
No, but no, I think I'm guessing they'll probably either try to bring in a new character or find someone that can do a voice like Elmo's.
That might be copyrighted. Who knows what the legalities are around that?
I don't think Kevin Clash owns the rights to Elmo. I think the Sesame's Workshop does.
Okay.
So I'm guessing my idea. Remember yesterday on the podcast, I said there should be a voice that just looks for the new Elmo.
Right.
Wouldn't that be a great show? Wouldn't you watch that?
Yeah, the new Elmo.
Like Finding Elmo.
Oh, now I think you've stumbled upon something.
I'm serious. Somebody steal this idea and pay Nick and I to produce it.
No, what we need to do is post Craigslist ads. Please put your video, send us your video of you doing Elmo.
There you go. Can you do an Elmo, Nick?
No.
Just try.
No.
Come on, just try your best.
Hello. Elmo, no like. That was a cross between Elmo and Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my gosh. That was kind of scary.
See?
Yeah.
Don't ask me to do Elmo.
Elmo no like podcast without pants.
Yeah. See?
Elmo, you've seen Kevin with his pants off many a time, haven't you?
Elmo stay in closet.
Was Kevin in closet too?
Not anymore.
What else do you have in your news, Nickel?
That wasn't enough for you? What, you want more?
The audience demands more.
They do. Well, you know, that clearly was enough for me. Hang on a second, I just closed your email by accident.
Out of excitement.
Hey, did you know that in the midst of a conflict, Anderson Cooper is owning people on Twitter?
Yeah, and he's right in the middle of it. Why do they have these reporters report from the danger zone?
Because, you know, you want to go to wherever the shock and horror is.
Couldn't you, effectively just put up a green screen and put a camera shot there, a robotic camera, so nobody is in harm's way?
Well, that's kind of what some news organizations did and got caught doing it, and the public now feel they're misled. But Anderson Cooper, it's nice for him to go to these war zones and report back from them, because you get the real stories, the human stories. You find out the information before the news services get hold of it and befuddle and bemuddle it.
So now, I guess someone was saying to Anderson Cooper on Twitter that, why don't you report the real story, blah, blah, blah.
So it was Pamela Weiss.
Who is she?
I don't know, but she looks like she should be somebody, but I don't care who she is. Report a fair story. Report facts. Why not talk about rockets being fired from Gaza? I just did, and I have been doing that repeatedly on Twitter and on TV. Do you actually think before you tweet? Perhaps spend less time tweeting about coconut flan and more time actually following the news.
People on the internet need to stop. They really do.
Right.
I've had enough. I've officially have more. I have less than zero tolerance for people being dickwads on the internet.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cases here where he just owns people from the middle of a conflict. One of my favorites is this one from Tammy Smith, and she says, Anderson Cooper, how come you're covering Israel, but you didn't cover the embassy killings? I thought you were honest. I work with vets. Why that should make a difference, I don't know. But he writes back to her, Tammy, how come you have no idea what you're talking about? I covered Benghazi attacks extensively.
He did.
He did. Some of these people actually cut to the bone. Really tough with these things. Like Leslie Dowd wrote this note to Anderson that says, how on earth are you cool with supporting Hamas, knowing that they want to exterminate gays and would kill you if you lived there? And one of the Marines replied back to her, didn't Cooper admit he was gay? If so, let the Palestinians know and see what happens.
Wow.
And then Cooper writes back, wow, tough words from a non-internet troll. Why not use your name and photo, coward? Have some more Fritos and keep typing. The thing I like about Anderson Cooper is he quite regularly doesn't wear pants either. So
that's right. When he's reporting from war, he's pants free.
When news breaks, we're the first there. to market.
Did you check this? Did you see this story about the Missouri man who fired a shotgun off in somebody's face while watching a Chiefs game?
Well, I can imagine being a Kansas City Chiefs fan. It is pretty upsetting these days, but Deadspin.com. I don't like when this stuff happens, Nick. Guns and football shouldn't mix, ever.
Right, guns and alcohol, guns and plenty of things. Ronald L. Hall, a 65-year-old man from Lee's Summit, Missouri, has been charged with assault and criminal action after allegedly shooting one of his son's friends during Sunday's Chief-Bengals game, according to NBC.
Bengals.
Bengal?
You said Bengals.
Bengals. What did I...
Nick is an avid football fan. He knows.
No, I know who the Bengals are.
The Bengals.
The Facebook I'm Voting app was created in a study, and it shows that actually 9 million people used Facebook selection app.
9 million. So that means they basically told people they were going to vote.
Right.
Right? It doesn't mean that they actually did.
Yes.
But do you think, okay, because this app was pretty cool, but it kind of, it's one of those things where I was proud to vote and everything. I didn't do the obligatory picture of me holding it with my sticker on or anything like that, but I was really excited. I didn't take a snapshot of the gym I was in. I wanted to take a picture of my, when the machine, but I was too scared. I chickened out.
I took a picture of my junk on the machine, knowing that everybody voted on that same machine as junk had been.
You're a disgusting man.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't, because we vote by mail in Oregon, so I just rubbed my junk all over the ballot before I sent it in.
What else do you have in your food?
Handle this, bitches.
What?
I didn't. I'm kidding. Well, I didn't do much. Well, I didn't.
Oh, look, Nick sent me a birthday card. I wonder if that is... Oh, it's a taintogram.
It's the news.
Rihanna's tour, Stoner Heaven. Rihanna's tour is supposedly a Stoner's Heaven backstage with Oreos, Cheetos, and gummies.
None of those things are things that I would want when I'm stoned. I want like grilled cheese and Frito, not Cheetos, Fritos, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, Fritos. I like Cheetos better than Fritos, by the way.
But not gum. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's always talking about how much they love Oreos. I'm not like a huge Oreos fan.
No, I don't like Oreos.
They're not great.
The chocolate thin minted chocolate covered ones are nice.
And people always talk about national, shit you can get anywhere. I'm way
national shit. Yes, national shit is a rising topic on Twitter.
Well, like everybody was like talking about Twinkies and stuff. I was like, Twinkies are shitty. Like, who cares about that stuff? It's not good.
I don't like Twinkies. I don't like any of that. Little Debbie's snack cakes. Oh, disgusting.
I am into like stuff that you can get in a local cafe in Portland or a bakery or something.
Right.
I don't know because Rihanna could have anything backstage. I would think. What would you want in your backstage? What would be on your food rider?
Well, I mean, contract riders are always really interesting for bands. Do you remember a-ha, the band a-ha?
Yeah.
They sang the song Take On Me.
Yeah.
Their rider was one of the most famous contract riders ever. And it's because they all had to have 6 packs of fresh socks at every concert.
I'm sorry. This is really unprofessional, but we're talking about food, and right now my nostrils are filled with the smell of cat shit, and I have to go remedy that.
All right, I'll stand by.
Yeah.
I'll entertain the audience while you scoop and poop your litter.
Oh, my fucking God. I'm about to fucking gag.
Well, don't gag on the microphone.
I'll be right back.
All right, so while Marconi's gone, let's talk about some other things that in contract riders now. I know that certain kinds of waters are very important. I have a friend who's called Hazel Dean, who's an artist in Europe, number like a top 10 artist, and she has to have bottled water. She wants bottled water in her dressing room, but she has a list of bottled waters that she won't have, and one of those includes Evian because she believes that the Evian has oils in the water, and the oils in the water affects your voice, so you can't sing so well. And then there's other things on riders, like I like M&Ms, and we used to, when we had them on